and welcome to our Tittle-Tattle Show, where I bring you the exciting news about series, film, and music. I'm your host Sana, and today we have some exciting news to share with you. So let's get started. Falling for Taylor Swift and Matty Healy are rumored to be dating, and fans are having a wild field day. Since the news about her split from Joe Alwyn last month, rumors of a new Taylor Swift romance have already been swirling. Taylor Swift is single, which means that the dating rumors have begun to flood in since her split from her longtime boyfriend Joe Alwyn. Alwyn became public last month, and the Be Well singer has already linked to her All Too Well Taylor's version short film star Dylan O'Brien, Formula One driver Fernando Alonso, and even Bradley Cooper. On 4th of May, new rumors hit the internet that Swift is dating the 1975 frontman Matty Healy. According to The Sun, who allegedly found a source that noted the two are both massively proud and excited to be in a relationship. Swift and Healy have been longtime friends with the 12-time Grammy Award winner, surprising fans during the band's concert day on the O2 Arena in London in January by covering the 1975's City and performing Anti-Hero for the first time. Back in October, Healy and his bandmate George Daniel shut down rumors of a collaboration with Swift in an interview with BBC Radio. "Oh no, we're not working with Swift," he explained, "but we'd love to. Love to work with Taylor Swift, love Taylor Swift. She's one of the best songwriters." He jokingly added she probably sat there watching this, spinning for a future on 1975 track. Of course, the dating rumors are just speculation, said Taylor Swift or Healy, who've neither spoken out publicly about the situation. However, it didn't stop fans from panicking and poking fun on Twitter, sharing hilarious tweets about the possibility of a romance between the two. Following up, very happy Ed Sheeran wins Thinking Out Loud copyright case. Civil lawsuit brought by the heirs of Marvin Gaye co-writer closely watched over implications for musicians' creative freedom. British pop star Ed Sheeran has expressed joy and relief after a United States jury found out he did not plagiarize Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On when he wrote his mega hit Thinking Out Loud, calling the ruling a win for creative freedom. The English musician hugged his team inside a Manhattan court on Thursday after jurors ruled he had independently created the 2014 Grammy Award-winning song. The closely watched lawsuit was filed by the heirs of Gaye co-writer Ed Townsend, who sued Sheeran for copyright infringement in 2017, claiming that Thinking Out Loud copied the heart of Gaye's song, including its melody, harmony, and rhythm. The heirs sought a series of share of profits from Sheeran's hit. Outside court, the singer-songwriter told reporters that it had been devastating to be accused of stealing someone's freedom and someone else's song. He was very happy with the outcome. "If the jury had decided this matter the other way, we might as well say goodbye to the creative freedom of songwriters," Sheeran said. Prince Estate will open unreleased music walls for 2023 celebration at Paisley Park. The event is scheduled for June 8th through June 11th with appearances from Chaka Khan, Chuck D, D-Nice, and more. Prince's private estate, Paisley Park, will crack up open his vault of unreleased music during the location's annual event celebration. Scheduled for June 9 through June 11th, the gathering at the late musician's famous recording studio, museum, and concert venue in the Chanhassen, Minnesota, will host an exclusive presentation of the music he created prior to his death in 2016. For me personally, as one of the heirs, I can't speak for all of them. I don't mind if people hear the small stuff, little stuff, where he's just sitting and playing with the piano and how he put it together. Prince's sister, Tyka Nelson, told Rolling Stones in 2021 that might teach some little boy that wants to learn how to put a song together. "We never know. Anything and everything get it out there. If I live in 100, 200 years, I would definitely be there helping to oversee getting it out. But Prince's music will outlive me for sure." The vault reportedly holds thousands of unreleased records. In 2021, his estate released Welcome to America, which Prince recorded in 2010 but never released. The music played at the Paisley Park celebration will only account for a tiny percentage of it. The event will also feature conversations with special guests Chaka Khan, Chuck D, D-Nice, and Doogie Fresh to honor both Prince and 50 years of hip-hop. Taking the stage at Paisley Park It will be the Minnesota gospel groups Sound of Blackness and the Steels. Stokely, the R&B musician from Mint Condition, will also perform with D Nice and DJ Rashida. Let's move on to some film news. Epic Dune Part 2 trailer seals Paul Atreides ride a sandworm. All together now, I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is little death. Well, fear not. Frank Herbert fans, the second part of the Denis Villeneuve epic Dune adaptation is due last year. And a brand new trailer just dropped, giving us a peek at how the story continues on Arrakis. We last saw Timothée Chalamet, Paul, win a fight to lead the Fragmen and walk off into the sunrise with Mother Jessica and dream girl Chani, played by Zendaya. After his home and family were torn apart by the evil Baron Harkonnen, the fresh look at the Part 2 gives us a good glimpse at characters old and new, focuses on Paul's first attempt at riding an enormous mythical sandworm, and sees him debate seeking revenge for his father's death and potentially lead the army into a battle. Chalamet is also joined by other returning cast members Josh Brolin, Heavy Man Gurney Halleck, Javier Bardem, and Dave Bautista. Also, with several starry new names added to the cast this time around, there's Florence Pugh as Regal Princess Irulan, Léa Seydoux as Margot Fendring, one of the Bene Gesserit, and the character everyone's talking about, Austin Butler as the bold, bald-headed Fade Rotha. Still suits at the ready, Dune Part 2 arrives in cinemas for 3rd November 2023. Next up is Pedro Pascal joining the Gladiator sequel. While he kicks ass on The Last of Us and has been spending time as a successful warrior on The Mandalorian, with the help of stunt doubles at least, we have to admit that the idea of Pedro Pascal joining the Gladiator sequel has us worried. Does no one remember what happens the last time he stepped into a battle arena? Game of Thrones fans certainly do. Still, the lure of Ridley Scott's new project is enough to have him risk serious eye-head trauma. It's just the last piece of casting for the follow-up to Scott's 2000 historical epic, which has been gathering speed, recruiting Paul Mescal, Barry Keoghan, Denzel Washington, Joseph Quinn, and returning from the original, Connie Nielsen as Lucilla. David Scarpa's script moves the story forward in time to follow Lucius, here played by Mescal, the son of Lucilla, who has more problems with the troublesome Roman senators and emperors, played by the Keoghan. Scott is gearing up to make the new film, and Paramount has set 22 November 2024 release for its slot. Next up is Equalizer brings Denzel Washington back for one last chapter of revenge. Good news for the fans of Denzel Washington, because he will be reliving the snot out of people. He's back for one last time for his role as Robert McCall in Equalizer 3. And this time he's taking out on the mafia. If you're here for seeing Washington poke people's eyes out with gun barrels, breaking people's hands, and telling criminals that they avoid to soil themselves up, step right up and watch the band. Bimmy, does anybody else's knee feel sore after that? Arriving 5 years after the Equalizer 2, this once again brings Antoine Fuqua, fresh from the Oscar window drama Emancipation, behind the camera with Richard Wenk on screenplay duties. And while she's not in the trailer much, fans of Denzel Washington starring revenge movies will delight in seeing Dakota Fanning pop up here, a Man on Fire reunion nearly 20 years on from Tony Scott's 2000 favorite. Here's the official synopsis. Since giving up his life as a government assassin, Robert McCall, also known as Denzel Washington, has struggled to reconcile the horrific things he's done in the past and finds a strange solace in serving justice in behalf of the oppressed. Finding himself surprisingly at home in southern Italy, he discovers his new friends are under the control of local crime bosses. As events turn deadly, McCall knows that what he has to do is become his friend's protector by taking on the mafia. Washington has been playing McCall for nearly 10 years now, where the Equalizer first film arrived back in 2014. And we'll see if he goes out with a bang when the third part hits UK on 1st September. Next up is segment 3 series news. Last but not the least, let's talk about some series news. The Witcher Season 3, everything we know. Cavill's final season as Geralt will air into 2 installments. Arguably more shocking than Henry Cavill's turbulent Winter of Superman What If was announced late last year that he would be leaving the Netflix The Witcher following but Cavill's Geralt of Rivia be replaced by Liam Hemsworth. Hemsworth, as the high fantasy series attempts to continue on without the former Man of Steel. The third season will drop on Netflix in 2 parts on June 29th and July 27th. It will be Cavill's last run on a series that he's been a part of since July 2019, and his departure has left fans feeling very confused. This summer, the new trailer teases Everything Changes. I'll say Season 3 of The Witcher is Cavill's final season, along with where the fantasy series plans to go next. In October, Cavill passed the mantle to Liam Hemsworth, thanking the Witcher's team on Instagram for the experience of playing one of his favorite literary heroes. My journey as Geralt of Rivia has been filled with both monsters and adventure, and alas, I will be laying down my medallion and my sports for Season 4, Cavill said. As with the greatest of literary characters, I pass the torch with reverence for the first time spent embodying Geralt and enthusiasm to see Liam's take on his most fascinating and nuanced of men. Liam, good sir, the character has such a wonderful depth to him. Enjoy diving in and seeing what you can find. Cavill's official reason for leaving the show is unknown. Some fans suspect creative difference, but neither him or the series producer have supported that claim. Instead of speculating, Minnie Driver, a series from the show's prequel, The Witcher Blood Origin, thinks viewers should celebrate the recasting. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, she said, "We come from this tradition of Doctor Who where the Doctor regenerates." She said, "I think we need to look at that as far from amazing. It's an amazing person, it's an amazing character." In a recent interview with Entertainment Weekly, showrunner Lauren Smith Hirish promised that Cavill would at least receive the most heroic send-off once he leaves the epic fantasy drama. "Henry has given so much to the show and we want to honor that appropriately." Hirish said Geralt's big turn is about to give up neutrality and do anything he has to do to get to Ciri. "And to me, that's the most heroic send-off we could have ever thought of and written. Geralt has a new mission to mind when he comes back to him in Season 4. Slightly different Geralt than we expected." That's right, Season 3 of The Witcher largely focuses on Geralt and Ciri, and the official synopsis reads, "As monarchs and the beasts of continent compete to capture, Geralt takes Ciri off Sintra into hiding, determined to protect his newly reunited family against those who threaten to destroy it." And as Hirish promised, is shaping up to be an epic journey for Geralt. Elsewhere, in any interview with Digital Spy, the series showrunner also revealed that the writer's room had been updated with new storylines. "The writer's room this season is incredible," she said. "I mean, we've always had incredible writers on the show, but I feel this season specifically had some new people come in, and it was really interesting how this changed the dynamic of the room. We have to first screened the second season and then came with fresh new ideas who sort of challenged me on things that I really hadn't thought about before." Season 3 of The Witcher will premiere in its first 5 episodes on June 29, released as Volume 1. The series will then let fans mull a month before Volume 2 releases on the 8th of July 27. From season episodes 6 through 8. Until then, catch up on the wide wild world of Witcher on Netflix. House of the Dragon Season 2 is finally in production. Here's what we know. Ryan Condal, co-creator, showrunner, executive producer of House of Dragons, has expressed his excitement for the show's return, stating, "We are thrilled to be shooting again with the members of original family as well as talents on both sides of the camera." The cast for Season 2, House of Dragons, is an exciting mix of new and returning talent. It includes Matt Smith, Olivia Cook, Emma D'Arcy, Eve Best, Steve Toussaint, Fabian Frankel, Yvonne Mitchell, Tom Glencarney, Sonoya Mizono, and Reese Alphonse, with returning cast members from Season 1. While some characters from Season 1 will not be reprising their roles, like Millie Alcock and Emilia Carey, who portray the young versions of Alicent and Rhaenyra, respectively, the return of Sonoya Mizono as Missaria, and a surprise for the fans. At the end, it was hinted that her character had died after her house was set on fire, but her return promised to add an interesting twist to the storyline. Second season can be expected by 2024. With production now expected underway, fans eagerly await the upcoming season, which is expected to deliver the more thrilling battles, politic intrigue, and dragon-centric adventures in the world of Westeros. In the world of Condor, it's an incredible world to be able to continue to create in with such a great cast and crew. We can't wait to see what they have in store for us in Season 2. Stay tuned for more updates and mark your calendars for the premiere of House of Dragons. Next up is Harry Potter, that is everyone's favorite, will have a new adaptation to the HBO. It's time to put on the cloaks back and get out the wands for all Harry Potter fans. It's one of the world's most famous franchise, born from the pen of J.K. Rowling, that's about to make a comeback on the small screen. The movie series based on the author's British books premiered in November 2001 with release of Harry Potter and Philosopher's Stone that came to an end in July 2011 with the release of Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows. Since the end of the saga, there has been much speculation about the return of cinema's most famous and successful wizard, and this time he seems to be very close to coming back. In fact, as reported by the website EW, which cites news published by Bloomberg, Warner Bros., Discovery has reported that it has already begun talks for a new adaptation of J.K. Rowling's books. The aim would be to release a TV show with each season focusing on one book as a saga. As a result, more details of each book will be disclosed. The author of the books herself is reportedly in talks with the production company, but her role would not be that of a showrunner, but she will be on hand to ensure that the content of each episode is as faithful to her books. David Zaslav, CEO of Warner Bros., discovered that he has made it clear on many occasions he would like to impress and expand the company's impressive catalog and also further promote the existing franchise. And that's why the production company is now refocusing on Harry Potter. We'll be focusing on big beloved blockbuster films and have a lot of them. Batman, Superman, Aquaman, and if we can do something with J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter from here on out, we're focusing on the franchise, Zaslav said. So Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, and Hermione Granger would return to the screens, this time with a TV show, to once again energize one of the best magical sagas in history. Of course, nothing is certain yet, but talks have begun. That's it for today's show. Thank you for watching, and be sure to tune in next time for more updates about film, music, and series. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on our channel so you never miss an episode. Until next time, I'm Sana, and this has been the Tittle-Tattle Show.